What's happening, real estate ninjas? So I'm going to go real quick, and I'm broadcasting this on Facebook as well as YouTube. And I want to go over a strategy on how to send PDF guides by text and by email. Now, let's talk about why this is important. In context of this video, let's assume that you've gone out and spoken to a for sale by owner, maybe a geofarming seller, maybe an expired, and they're not ready to commit to an agent, right? But you want to stay top of mind. One of the things that I always talk to the homeowner is, now that we've seen all of this, do you mind if I stay in communication with you? Maybe once a week, send you a text or an email. It could be what's going on in your neighborhood. It could be, a home just got listed and I want you to be aware of it so you can see, the activity. So the bottom line is you're going to secure from the FSBO, the expired, the seller, their permission for you to stay in communication. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to text them BS crap. Hey, this is Kelly the Ninja. Just wanted to see how you're doing, right? That's not what this strategy is. So I'm going to show you how to text a PDF guide, literally how to send it by text and email. And it's actually easier than you think. Now, I use a company called Listings to Leads. I'm not going to go through a demonstration of their website. I'm going to show you how I use their site to pull one of about 50 branded to me PDFs that I can put into the arsenal of me staying in communication. So hang with me. Again, this strategy of sending PDFs can be anything. Today, the application we're going to talk about is how to stay top of mind with a FSBO or expired that you met with and they're not yet ready to commit, right? So I'm going to now share my screen. And I promise you guys, this video is going to not be long, but I just want to expose you to something that you could be doing literally right now. By the way, if you have a database in your CRM, you could do this strategy and already have content made for you. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to show you an example of one of the PDFs that I just sent myself by text. And this is what it looks like. I actually did a screenshot on my phone of what it looks like. And there is the PDF, right? And underneath it, which you can't read it, is the information about what that PDF is, complete with emojis, right? So there it is right there. There's the PDF. Underneath the PDF, there's my branding, and there is the information as to what this PDF is, right? So let's talk about how I'm getting these. With Listings to Lead, and by the way, I pay $40 a month for this software, and it does like 500 other things for my business, like a one-click Facebook ad generator that is absolutely crushing it right now. Not going to talk about that. What I did is I went to the library and I went to PDF guides. So here is the first guide, 6 questions to ask before you sell. So what I did is I went ahead and clicked it, and it allows me to download the PDF, right? So what happened when I downloaded it is I saved it on my computer, and then I went to my Google Drive. Here's my Google Drive, and there it is right here, right? This is where I saved it on my Google Drive. And let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. So guys, here's the PDF branded to me. 6 questions to ask yourself, blah, 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 blah. Not sure if the time is right, ready to make plans, blah, blah. There's my branding. There's all of my information. And then here's the PDF, guys. This is a 6-page PDF, right? So what's going to happen is I went here and I said share. It brought up the link. I can copy it. And I want to make sure anyone on the internet with this link can view it. And then I basically copied the link, right? So I copied the link. Now I went over to my email right here. And I have something, my text. I've got something called Mighty Text, which allows me to text from my computer to any phone that I want. It's called Mighty Text. Guys, you can go and Google Mighty Text. I think I paid like, I don't know, $6 or $20 for the year or whatever. But I can literally text anybody on my computer through my Gmail using Mighty Text. So what I did, the first thing I did is I went and found the phone number that I wanted to text, right? And then I dropped the PDF link in there. And then I sent it, right? The next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go back to listings to leads. And now on that document right there, I'm going to go and get the content that I can send on the second text. So I'm going to go to my ads. And when it pulls up, I'm going to find that content for that ad. So I'm going to create a PDF report. And I'm going to go and find that ad. And I'm going to create the ad. Now, the reason I'm doing this, guys, is I want the content with the emoji. So there it is right there. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make one change once I do it. So I copied it. I'm going to go back to my email. I'm now going to go back to that phone number. And I'm going to drop this content right there. And down here, I'm going to say, click the above link. Because if you guys remember, I actually sent the text prior to this content. And then I'm just basically going to send it. And guys, this is what it looks like. Now, you can't see the content that I sent myself earlier to show you the example was this stuff right here. Six questions to ask before you sell your house. Not sure, blah, 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 right? I'm going to go back to the library and show you all of the PDFs that you could actually get branded to you. And guys, if you remember, let me go here. All of this is branded to me. So it looks very professional and keeps you top of mind. But if I go back over here, just so you can see all of the guides, there's like 50 that they give you. And every one of these guides, and they're for sellers and buyers, you can load more. I don't know, God, they're putting like 10 or 20 of these in a month. These are great for doing sharing them on social media. But for today, we're talking about sharing the guide for texting purposes. So the other thing that I do is I use a company called My Plus Leads. So right here are there's a FSBO right there, right? So this is how I get my information to be able to send them a doc. There's the phone number, and this is a cell. So typically what I do is I'll make the appointment with this FSBO. Let me get back over to here now. I'll make the appointment with the FSBO or the expired, and I will, if we don't get the listing or if they're not ready, I will then ask permission to stay in communication. And guys, texting them and emailing them these documents, these PDFs, will absolutely make you stand out above the herd, above the crowd. See, if everybody's over here doing this, I'm telling you to go do this. So again, guys, it's just a simple way to use texting to send an actual PDF guide via text with some content. Man, this is a killer strategy. If you want, look below the video on listings to leads. I have a 30-day free trial. You guys can test drive this thing to see how powerful it is. And I also will put a link for a 30-day trial to My Plus Leads where you can get the actual leads to set the appointments. If you don't get the listing, then now you have their contact information to send them guides, right? So anyway, there you go, guys. A very simple strategy for you guys to send PDF guides through text messaging. I hope you liked it. Drop me some comments below, and I will see you on the next video.